Hey traders, as promised, wanted to bring you a quick video on what we did today, how we did it, and my approach, basically, or our approach, playbook trading approach. What you're seeing here is really how I scan it. So I've got a daily, weekly chart, and then 5 minutes to 60 minutes. So that's how I'm scanning pre-market. I'll have pre-market data. Those of you who know, I posted Nicola pre-market chart. This one I did not trade. It's kind of gotten away. I'm a big 5 minute chart trader. I love 5 minute chart. I mean, if there's no other chart, I really don't need any other charts. But the 5 minute chart to really trade, and I could trade. I mean, I can trade for living on the 5 minute chart. Just give me 5 minutes in a daily chart, and I can make my living. Everything I do, the genesis of every idea comes from a 5 minutes chart. And obviously, 60 minutes plays a huge role during scanning period. But take a look at the MICT. This is the tier one gap, and really, what makes the tier one gap is the stock is gapping over this red bar, which you can see this red bar right here, and you've got a nice base here. What made this really good? You've got a base here. You've got a big base on the 60 minutes chart, and the stock gap over this base right over here. So you've got some resistance here, and you saw it pull back a little bit, and then obviously it kind of went sideways for the rest of the day. But it right here, and then a big bar right here next hour, which this happened, and this happened to be the 5 minutes opening range, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But also it was, it's been basing. It was basically left for dead here at 152, and 152 down, a big move here, then another move, and the weekly 1, 2, 3 pattern here, and gapping over these two bars, consolidation. Just really nice gap. I mean, if you look at the 15 minutes, you had a nice 15 minutes opening range as well. But the 5 minutes was really nice. Just kind of way, simple as that. Sometimes you miss shit, and this one I just missed it. Entry was right here. 531 if you play in the opening range. Beautiful consolidation in these candles, no volume, and then you got the volume spike right here, 531. You could have played this super tight here when you look at 1010. I'm okay playing this at 531 by 510, but normally I would give us about 30 cents. 30 cents room, and then you've got another entry right here on it. This was a breakout of 5 minutes on volume, two inside bars, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars now setting up. Now you got to have a stop a little bit here, because otherwise you would stop out. So, but great opportunity to add and reduce. But you could have entered right here, 567. You would have stopped probably 549, 549ish, or 545. I wouldn't give it right at the penny. And then you got, nice move here into targets area. So that was MICT. Then what we traded in the room, Nicola. So let me just walk you through the Nicola. Kind of a same concept here. You've got a weekly bar right here, red bar, gapping over the weekly red bar. We knew there was going to be some resistance into this area, but if you take that, then it's going it's going to make highs. So beautiful right here. But what you can see is 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, and it's probably down for dead, and looks like it's going to probably hit 28. Boom, gapping over the 50 and the 21 period moving average. Nice shock value, over 60. And I played this. I played this on a 2 minute chart, super early, super aggressive, and it gave me almost $2 move. And I was just looking for that. I was looking for the $50 target, which is a measured move. Now this really, it was, I end up playing this area right here, 46 by 45. It went to almost, what, 47.95. In any other, if it was a tier 2, tier 3 stock, first of all, I wouldn't have played it 1 minute high, but I really like the shock value right here. And should have, in any other environment, I would have taken profit and then re-enter this trade, but in this case I didn't. So now I'm watching this trade on mostly on the on the 5 minutes chart, but I drilled down to the 2 minutes and I posted here. I said, hey, and I'll show you what I posted in the room or in our Slack channel. I said, watch out this Nikola. It is in a 2 minutes, 1, 2, 3 pattern here on Nikola. So this was exactly what I was watching here. So let me pull this up for you and bring it over here, right here. This is what I've posted. I said Nikola is in a 3 bar pattern, and this is where I called it long here. So right over here I called Nikola long, 45 by 43.50 target, 2 minutes 1, 2, 3 setup, and this is really coming from this daily chart, which is really nice. So this was the entry right here. Obviously, I give it, it could have, like I said, I could have given this as a stop, but I gave a little bit bigger stop that I wanted. It's fine because it's Nikola. B, we had, elevated volatility in the market, so you've got to count all that. But the measured move right here, this was the measured move, and I'm looking for about 50 bucks here. And this is really what it's, you have a gap close right here at 47 where it pulled back. So once it takes that, then I'm looking for another, move here about another couple bucks. So $50, that's what I was looking for. That's what you saw in the room, and we ended up hitting, it went to 54. So that was Nikola. Now, let me show you how I play the daily chart, or one of our traders, State of Mind. He played Workhorse. Workhorse been in this consolidation. So today Workhorse breaks out. I put it in the room. I said Workhorse is breaking out. It broke out right here, where let me show you where I put it, Workhorse, and how we traded the Workhorse. So I put Workhorse right here. So you can see, so you can kind of see the conversation here. I put it here. I say, hey, Workhorse is breaking out. State of Mind said, okay, and then we're having this conversation, and then he calls a trade 20 by 1960. And this was a trade right here. You've got you broke out, you red bar, and then the second red bar, no follow through, consolidation here, and then here's where the long is setting up, right up here. So you've got, on the 2 minutes chart, on the 2 minutes chart is setting up right here over 2060. So right up here, so 2060, that's your stop right here, and off we go, hitting our targets here on Workhorse. And this and on, this was kind of a special play for on. So here's how we traded on. You can see what I said on long 21.35 by $21, target 21.75. Well, you have to understand this, on the on. This was a, this, for I like this, I like this gap down here that it got, it gaps down, and then it hits right here. It hits support right here. First of all, it hits support. So I'm watching this 50-period moving average bounce here at the open. So we played right here. So it's a little bit of an unorthodox play, but I was also watching the market here as well. So we get on 21.35. We give it a stop to 21. And boom, it's end up hitting its target at 21.75. It didn't go much higher, it went to 21.93. So you can't be too stingy with your target. You can't be prisoner of that, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour type of trade. You just have to know what is the void that you have, a tradable void. What are you trading, and how it's going to work in your favor. Absolutely got to have a trading plan. Absolutely got to have a strategy. Cannot be prisoner to that strategy. You have to be objective with your targets. Target's the only thing you can take it to the bank, and the way you take your target will then show you what kind of trader you are. And I tell this to anyone that I've trained, or the traders that have been with me for a long time. We just opened the Slack channel, and when we had a training room, that I can't be like somebody and someone can't be like me. I can just show you how I do it. You have to find out what are the things that you like what I do, and see if you can fit that into your trading. And I have to do the same, because there are things that I do probably annoy the shit out of you. And there are things that other traders do that annoy the shit out of me, but doesn't mean that they're not good traders. It's just that it just doesn't fit the personality. So you have to find what really drives you. And what drives you is ultimately going to make you a successful trader. So I hope this video helps, and I hope you all enjoying the trial. We'll get back at it tomorrow.